Alright guys, welcome to part 4 in our beginner's guide to Procreate series. For this part we'll be creating a simple illustration. Then we will show you guys how to ink it and then how to color it. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so now on to a simple illustration where we could kind of put everything that we learned together. So right here you could see we have layer. So right here we could go into, I guess I'll call it layer 1 for now. You could double click on it and then we'll rename it and we'll call it sketch. And from there we could just zoom in to our canvas. So 2 fingers on your screen and you just go and like spread your fingers out to go and zoom in, fit it to your screen. And now we could just start sketching in our circle. So just like that. So right, we have our sketch of the circle in place. So now we could go in and we could just click the plus icon right here and we'll create our other layer. Then we'll double click on it and we'll do the same thing. So we'll name this ink. And as you could see, we're doing the layering system. And the whole layering system, think of it as a stack of paper. So you have your sketch and then on top of that you have your ink and stuff like that. So right here we have it named ink, and then we're going to go back down to our sketch layer and we just going to decrease the opacity a little bit, so that way we could see what we're working with when we're doing the ink on top of that, so it will give like a ghost effect. Alright guys, with our ink layer selected, we're going to head up to the top and you see which part this blue circle is. We're going to click on it, which is the colors tab. We're going to head over down there to the this icon and we just going to select a black color to do the inking. Afterwards we could head into the brush icon, then we could head into like I usually use the technical ink pen to ink with. We could click on that, then we will open up this other menu, and this part we could just start adjusting like the stabilization, and this is to keep your lines stable when you're inking. So you could set this to however percentage you want. The higher percent you set it to, the more stabilized it would be. So we just go and set it to here and back out. Alright guys, so we back out and now we just go and follow our sketch that we have underneath. So we just go around the circle, and while you're doing the circle shape, what you want to do, you want to make sure like after you've completed the circle, you want to make sure you have like 2 fingers on the screen, and then you kind of like tap and hold, and it should like you'll see it will lock in like a perfect circle. So just take your time with that part and then you can see you'll have a perfect circle. So right, we good here. Now we're going to head over to the layers tab, and don't forget to turn off your sketch layer. And we're going to go on the ink here and pay attention for this part guys. So what we want to do, we want to double click on it and then we're going to click reference. So from here we're going to start to add in color. So we have to have the the ink layer set to reference. If we don't have it set to reference, it wouldn't if you try to go and fill in the color, it wouldn't fill, it will fill in the entire screen. So you want to make sure it's set to reference, and you want to make sure all the gaps close when you do your inking. Alright guys, so we're going to create another layer right underneath the ink layer, and then we're going to name this color. From there we could head over to the colors tab and we could go to the disk and we could select like a greenish color, but for you could select whatever color you want. If you're a blue guy, select blue. If you're a red guy, select red. Choose whatever color you like. What you're going to do, you're going to hold your pen or your finger, if you're using your finger or your a pen, and you're going to drag it over to the spot you want to fill, which is right here by the circle. And then now you can release your pen or your finger off the screen, and as you can see, the circle fully filled. So we finished with part 4. In the next part we will add shadows and highlights and finalize the drawing. Alright, see you guys in the next part.